Once we found out that she was pregnant, I didn't want her to be, a baby mama.
Welcome back, guys. So, just when we thought Nelly and Ashanti's love story was a perfect throwback to the golden era of early 2000s R&B, reality decided to hit us with a plot twist worthy of a BET drama series. You ever seen a couple who just can't quit each other? They break up, move on, or pretend to, only to spin the block again like an Uber driver who missed the turn. That's them. And now, just when we thought they were simply rekindling an old flame, whispers are getting louder. Whispers that suggest this marriage might not be all about love. Oh no, this could be about something much deeper. So let's hit rewind real quick. Nelly and Ashanti go way back, like sidekick phone, oversized jerseys, and blinged out chains back. These two were the it couple of the early 2000s, giving us countless red carpet moments, music collabs, and enough public appearances to make fans believe they were in it for the long haul. But like many celebrity romances, things fizzled out, and before you knew it, they went their separate ways. Fast forward a decade, and just when we thought the only time we'd see them together again was on a Throwback Thursday post, boom, they're back. And this time, things are moving fast. Too fast. Not long after they got back together, Ashanti turned up pregnant, and before anyone could even start speculating, marriage was on the table. Now, on the surface, this looks like a classic love story. Two former lovers rekindling their romance, realizing they're meant to be, and sealing it with a ring. But if you dig a little deeper, like really analyze the timing, things start to look a little strategic. Nelly himself admitted that once they found out about the pregnancy, he didn't want Ashanti to be a baby mama.
Once we found out that she was pregnant, I didn't want her to be, a baby mama.
Now, that might sound noble, it might even sound chivalrous, but let's be real for a second. Why did it take a pregnancy to finally put a ring on her finger? Why, after over a decade of dating on and off, was this the defining moment that made him say, you know what, now's the time? Could it be that he saw the sands of time slipping away and realized he needed to lock things down before it was too late? This isn't the first time we've seen this pattern, and it won't be the last. A man spends his prime years playing the field, enjoying his freedom, living life with no strings attached. He collects experiences like trophies, moves through relationships with the attention span of a kid in a candy store, and enjoys the thrill of options. Then, one day he looks around and realizes that the club scene isn't as fun when your knees crack every time you stand up. The groupies aren't as exciting when you're actually trying to get a full 8 hours of sleep. And suddenly, being the cool, untamed bachelor isn't as fulfilling when your phone is dry on a Saturday night. That's when it hits him. He's not the young, wild, and free guy he once was. It's time to settle down. And who better to settle down with than a woman who's already in his life, already established, and still looks like she hasn't aged a day since 2003. Let's be real for a second. Ashanti is a walking, breathing cheat code to the aging process. If black don't crack had a brand ambassador, it would be her. If there was ever a woman to finally commit to, it's Ashanti. But is it love or is it convenience? Because let's not forget, Nelly had years, decades even, to realize Ashanti was the one. Yet it took a pregnancy for that epiphany to strike like a lightning bolt of responsibility. Coincidence? Or classic case of a man realizing the runway's getting short and it's time to land the plane before turbulence gets him? Even Nelly's own words seem to confirm this theory. When asked about their relationship, he admitted that Ashanti brings more good than bad into his life. Excuse me, that's the grand romantic declaration, not she's my rock, not she makes my world complete, not even a I'd be lost without her. Just a lukewarm, the pros outweigh the cons. Somebody, anybody, call the romance department immediately because we need a script revision stat. If relationships were graded on effort, Nelly just turned in a group project with only his name on it. And while we're on the topic of commitment, let's talk about the other woman in the equation. Nelly's first baby mama, the mother of his two oldest children. Why didn't she get a ring? Why wasn't she deemed wife material? The answer is as predictable as a rerun of your favorite sitcom, Nelly Wasn't Ready. And by wasn't ready, we mean he was still out here living like a rock star, enjoying the perks of bachelorhood and keeping one foot out the door at all times. But now, with fatherhood knocking on his door once again and the realization that a legacy needs a structured foundation, suddenly marriage doesn't seem so scary anymore. Funny how that works, huh? Now, let's be clear. Ashanti is no fool. She's a boss, a legend, and a woman who knows her worth. If anything, she was going to have that baby with or without Nelly's commitment. But let's not sugarcoat this. This isn't just a fairy tale romance wrapped in wedding vows. This is a chess move disguised as a love story. And the real question is, who's really calling the shots? And hey, maybe it'll all work out. Maybe this is real love, and we'll see them growing old together, reminiscing about the old days while sipping wine on a yacht. But for those of us watching from the sidelines, let's remember this one lesson. Love is beautiful, but timing is everything.